really
ready.
quick. There's that. Yo. How you guys feeling?
Big.
Incredible.
More than incredible.
Let's go. We back, baby. Thanks for having us, Andrew.
Hey, well, you know what's inspirational, man?
Yo,
we got people that are tapping in with us. Live on
Shout out
air.
to boy Big PvP. Let's go. Big PvP on the radio.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, we are on KQBHLP in Los Angeles, California, on 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting on your FM dial and streaming on KQBH LA. And tonight, we literally have the man in the house. We have him here right now.
Presidente!
Presidente! We got Cody Lewis.
Let's go.
Let's go right here.
Appreciate you, brother.
Man, our bro just out here worked the shift, right? He just out here. He's
Out clocking
these hours.
You know what we do. You know what we do.
Man, Cody, how you feeling though, big dog?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
So we got the All City Grand Prix popping off. You guys got your first race of this year, hopping off on 420 on Easter Sunday.
You know what time it is. We coming in hot.
And
blessed by the Lord.
Hey, it's blessed by the Lord, right?
Blessed by the Lord.
Blessed by the Lord.
Protected
by the Lord.
Just know this.
So at 7 a.m. or when the race commences over in Santa Barbara, where you guys starting? Down at the pier? Like, where's the start point of this race?
So the start point is going to be on Cabrillo Boulevard. There's a skate park right next to the pier, and we're going to do it in the parking lot.
So pretty much just for general listeners near the Santa Barbara pier.
Adjacent
by the skate park.
By the skate park.
Skate park.
Okay. So we ain't dealing with the surfers. So guys, I will ask you now that we are live on air. I will say, I was following you guys last year. I had did that video for you guys. I think it was the last
Long Beach.
Yeah, he pulled up to Hughes, Andrew. Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
Right, we did the vlog for y'all. Of course, we keep it lit.
Still shouting out the government.
Oh my gosh, big PBP.
Did I shout out the government?
No, he said Cody is shout out your government.
I keep calling you by your first name instead of
Oh,
PBP.
I mean, hey, you know what? Here's the thing. You can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Ooh.
Right? No,
Wifey, I love you.
Well, I be telling people that because they're like, yo, what do you do? What do you say? And I'm like this. I'm like, call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for dinner, right? Because if you call me late for dinner, we got a problem.
Got a problem.
Right?
Word.
But what made you guys decide to go from your closed circuit races? Because people ask me, like, All City Grand Prix, like, what do you do? I'm like,
All City Grand Prix is a non-profit organization, and our mission is to instill excellence in athletes through competition. So we instill excellence by bringing people together, giving them a platform to compete, and ultimately something that you can gather yourself around and rally your strengths, your talents, and even your weaknesses. You learn to become closer to yourself on the bike, and at the race, it's an elevated format of that. And you have the support system of all your friends. Right
exactly. And that's what, even what I've seen too. Oh, go for it.
Well, also, it's also a way to, like, if you're interested in racing and competitive cycling, this is a place where it will welcome you, because sometimes, like, when you enter in, like, racing in general, especially in Southern California, because of the weather, it's very competitive. There's a lot of people involved, and it could be intimidating to, like, get involved, right? So we are that space where if you want to compete, you don't have to be intimidated. We welcome you, like, and we don't shame you, like, and even, like, we don't even shame you in terms of, like, what bike you bring. We're not gonna say, oh, you don't have this
I got
certain...
the $279 Amazon pickup out there. You heard? Like, come on, what's
We still
up?
gotta fix those handlebars.
I do.
Yo, congrats on the bike, though. Seriously,
it's
congrats on the bike.
Well, the ride, though, hold up, the ride. He rode. He decided. He cut his commute short and was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride from Staples to the studio. Staples to the studio.
From here,
this is what he did.
Yeah. So, well, because I was thinking about y'all. I was coming here, and shout out Napoleon. And you know what that fool told me? He said, if you got a bike and you're on a metro or a train, you shouldn't even have a bike.
Oh, wait.
I had a feeling about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, wait.
I told him, I was like, yo, the only time I'm on a bike with the train
is if you burnt out.
And I'm super burnt out.
If you got a bike, you shouldn't be on the metro.
Well,
I mean, in certain circumstances.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. We're not here to shame anyone.
We know Napoleon did
everyone on the bike, okay? But if you got 2 wheels, bro, you better pedal those wheels.
Hey, I've gotten today, my app on my phone says 14.5 miles, you know, obviously. That's my first.
Let's clap it out. Let's clap it out. Let's clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up.
I gotta get a Strava first.
Oh, you gotta get a Strava first?
No, that was my health
Hold
app.
on.
My Apple Health app.
So that means live on air, you about to get a Strava?
Yes.
So pull out your phone. Let me go. You gotta get this Strava.
You gotta join the All City Grand Prix group.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go.
So let's pull it out.
I'm trying to get miles.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do on Strava. Yeah, yo, I'm so for real like Candy Rain.
We gotta get phone live on air.
Yo, you gotta go in the App Store and download Strava.
As my boys on the FaceTime too.
Savage. But yeah, man. I'm
Yo,
so excited.
Shout out my boy Alex though over here, guys. A big person here too. Also, I got my man's over here on air on the iPhone as I'm talking, but he's just filling in because he's such a fan. He loves the show.
That's what's up.
Like he's just a true homeboy. So we got.
You still got to get the Strava app. Let's go. Focus, Daniel Simon.
Let's talk. Let's get through the interview first. Let's not get me distracted. So look, I need to understand this. So I was going to these circuit races, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all were doing, it was like what, like 1-2 mile?
Yep.
And I would be out there laying out in the gravel, you know, cutting my elbow, needing a Band-Aid, needing a boo-boo, you know. And what made y'all decide, yo, we're going to turn it up and go from little 2-mile closed circuits to 100-mile from Santa Barbara to LA? And look, I know what road y'all going down. I've driven down Highway 1. I've been out there, you know, that's the way I moved into LA. I said, 101, I ain't going that way. I veered off and I took Highway 1 all the way from Pismo Beach all the way to LA in a U-Haul. When I moved down here from Santa Cruz, I was like, no, we could cruise that
taking a singing route.
Yeah, because see, I was cruising with a little pop plant riding shotgun in the U-Haul.
That's right.
Because I started one in Santa Cruz and I was like, nah, man, like I ain't gonna.
The plant house gonna be closer to the coast.
Exactly. So you know, humidity, water, you know.
Right. In the air, in the atmosphere.
Yeah, right. I didn't want to mess up the cycle, you know, because you see.
It's very 420 friendly of you, sir.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
and we're going to be riding bikes on 420.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And you're going to see me on 420 interviewing people. Hey, who do you think... Do you guys got some favorites on this race?
So right now...
Do we have some elites?
Yes.
Is Cody Lewis going to be running this race?
Oh, man. All right, we'll see. I would like to do the race, but I just want to make sure that I'm there for all the athletes logistically, you know what I mean?
Okay, so like when it comes down to like this, let me say this, you know, you got the pace vehicles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You will be at the start.
Not a pace vehicle, it's a support vehicle.
Vehicle.
So the
vehicles
behind the athletes.
Yes, so basically, let me give you a quick rundown about what race day is going to look like.
So, if I ask you this, you know, you want me, you know, podium interviews, right?
Yes.
Are you and me starting our day off together and we're ending our day together?
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. You're coming as V at 3 a.m.
Oh, I'm with it. So that means spending the night Saturday night with you. And we're
rolling.
Rolling? All right. Break down the race for me.
So let's run through it. Everyone that's listening, we appreciate you guys tuning in to KQBH 101.5 FM. Thank you to PBP for hosting us.
Yes, of course. You heard.
We're at home. So if y'all pull up your Strava app, everyone on the radio, once you open your Strava app, you'll go to the All City Grand Prix group page.
All right.
And on there you'll see our event. And our event is going to start in Santa Barbara. We're going to release riders at 8:15 a.m. There will be 2 waves. The first wave will be a competitive wave. This is going to include...
So that would be like more like your guys' cup of tea, like...
It will include podium, prizes.
Like if you're trying to be competitive.
Like if you're trying to get from Santa Barbara to LA in like what,
less than 5 hours.
Less than 5 hours.
Less than 5 hours. So 20 mile an hour average.
Okay, wait. So let me wrap my little brain around this. 100 miles, 20 mile average. Okay, so that's about four and a half.
Right.
Like we might see some competitors pulling up.
Yes. Yes.
That we'll have to agree.
Yes.
It'd be like, wow, you did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have teams.
Hold on. With that being said, though, we're doing men and women, road and track. All right.
Okay.
And for the men and women road and track, and they're doing solo because we also do men and women road and track team as well.
Okay.
But for the men and women road and track solo, we're gonna have Sean the Dawn from LA. Yo, King Cog Sean. Think he's gonna make first place custom trophies.
So if you win, you're getting the works.
I mean, if you're doing a solo race, that's gonna be
So like
for the solo category. For the team category.
yeah, how does a team breakdown work? Is it like 50-50? Like
Well, no, the team. Well, all right. So the way it goes, it costs $30 to enter if you're doing solo.
okay.
It costs $75 for a 3-person team. So it's a team of 3. If you want to roll with a team, or if you want to roll solo, it's $30. So if
Okay.
you want to roll with your homies, boom, roll with your homies.
The whole approach to this is really to encourage people to step outside of their comfort zone
As a
and
bike rider.
as a cyclist, and approach something, a challenge, so to speak,
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
as something that you can accomplish, and it could be solo or with a team, but regardless, we're gonna have your back. And that's the big difference. This is a supported 100-mile ride with
Like-
2 refuel stations at mile 35 and at mile 70.
So what is a refuel station? Is that water, snacks,
Yeah,
like
electrolytes,
like
Yeah.
carbs,
Yep.
All the good stuff.
all the good stuff?
Right when I got here, you saw the pallet in the back of the pickup
Dude,
truck.
you got like I was trying to get some Mott's apple juice, man.
Yeah,
like,
man, we got
like
good
I was just trying to drink some Mott's. I was trying to get some vitamin C, you know? You heard?
Yeah, so
Man.
today we just picked up a pallet of beverages, and that's going to go to help all the athletes. We've also
sure.
got some huge help from one of our sponsors, LA Bike Academy. They're also a nonprofit operating in Los Angeles.
You know what, man? 501c3s don't mess with the LLCs.
Yeah, man, we're all about the 501c3 over here. LA Bike Academy, they have an incredible Earn a Bike program.
Yes.
And they're going to have that on display for us by supporting our athletes with mechanical support. So Aaron and Damon from LA Bike
So
Academy.
like it's like the same, like you said, support vehicle. Like it'll be
So
like if someone breaks down, flat
Exactly.
tire, yo chain snap.
Exactly.
You need
They've got you covered.
Got-
A to Z.
yes.
Start to finish.
and that's sponsored on the house. Like if you
Absolutely.
join
That's
the
part.
race,
That's part.
Like,
of,
you pop
when
a
you
tube,
when
you
you
get
pay
a
the
free tube.
registration. That's part of it.
included.
I will say this, though. It is your job to show up with a mechanically sound bike.
Yeah, you
So-
can't
But-
come up.
but
You can't
you
come
can-
up.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't come up. All right. Like I'm not the president, so I'm like I'm going rogue
No,
right
but
now.
like, no.
Don't show up with
So
a
look,
rusted
you guys-
bike.
you guys- no, I'm not showing up with the
with a
72
dry
swing.
chain.
I'm not
the
showing
chain don't
up
have
with
no
the 72
no
swing.
lube on it. Like yo, you can't do that.
You heard? Hey,
you gotta definitely
Hey,
show
how about
up
this?
and be able
Don't
to
you
rock
ever
out.
disrespect Doxx pulling up with a rusty bike.
Yo, don't you ever Yo, you absolutely correct.
If you see those cogs in your front yard,
if you see those Santa Cruz mountain bikes in your front yard, just know I'm upstairs going hard. You heard?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You already.
Hey, Santa Cruz bicycles, I miss you. You heard?
no. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's for you.
Now it's time.
Now it's time. Hey,
Yes, sir,
oh,
yes, sir.
we got the whole crew in here, man.
Yeah, we out here. Cheers.
So, Another thing I want to touch on is some of the sponsors that are.
Hold up, time out. You just cheers. You guys drink when you cheers.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, boom, you did it. Now we back on track.
All right, guys. So, one thing I want to touch on really quick is all of the wonderful sponsors we have for All City Grand Prix 420 Challenge. First and foremost, I want to give a huge and special shout out to Brad and Esther from Roadrunner Bags.
Let's go.
We got it. We've been trying to get that interview.
We're gonna line it up.
Brad, I know you've got a. We had
a lot of things going on in Brad's life and Esther's life because they are together.
And I know what happened, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Esther, they lost their home
in the
Fighter. Yeah, so
which is wild though too because they actually watched it happen on their Ring camera. Which is super traumatic.
As many people did. So many people. I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone in
How about
the city right
I want to give a big shout out to all of LA. Look,
crazy.
I'm not even from LA. And as I got my boy right here on this, we've talked about this. The amount of power that LA showed me, especially someone from the Bay Area, and I will say this live on air tonight. LA showed me a sense of community, bro.
That's right.
I was working at Sam's Clubs, doing samples a few months ago.
Yep.
And people weren't there to sample; they were there to eat because they had nowhere to go.
Wow.
And that shit hit hard. Where I had an 80-year-old couple. No, they came up to me and they're like, "Could we get a few more?"
Yeah.
You hooked it up. My boy hooked it up.
But yeah, I did. But then it was like to see
rough.
but they're 80 years old and they lost their whole
Yeah,
they've been married for 60 years, right? Their grandkids, their kids, they're like that's where it hit me the most. Where it was like, why am I helping out more than the people? This whole natural aid, like that's when I knew LA has my back more than LA.
Right.
Has my back.
The people.
But it reminded me exactly of the Bay Area. It's the same thing where it was like. That's how it is. It's a sense of community.
Well, that's a human connection, brother. Like that's.
But you from the Bronx.
But there's also a human connection. So it really doesn't matter, like where you're from. It's like where you're at, right? That's
where you're at. It don't matter where you're from. It don't matter where you're from. It's where you're at, right?
Exactly.
But and then just physical. But very much your mental as well.
But you have to have a balance.
But the people you surround yourself with contribute to your mental,
And that's what I'm trying to learn too, because my day it's everyday charismatic people where like I could be with the All City Grand Prix, but then I could be over doing some shenanigans the next day.
Yep.
That's LA. See, that's the beauty of it. It really
I ain't gonna hold you like this is gonna be a little because now we just went deep. And even deeper with that, there's a brother of ours that's associated with the All City Grand Prix, and he is off the ledge. And we continue to reach out to him, even though he's off the ledge.
Y'all inspired me to get a bike.
But it's about that. Like, it's about community. You know what I'm saying? And then,
and camaraderie.
And then you sharing, but also, you sharing those samples with that couple, like it's a thing, and you being there. And I know there's certain regulations to the way you distribute things, but then it's like to be the human is a thing. Just to
be the person you are, and just to be
that's a big deal.
Personable with people.
Big deal. It's a big deal.
It's man, it's hard to be yourself.
Yeah.
I want to touch on that really quick about being yourself. I just want to give a huge shout out to anybody out there that's dealing with any trauma, struggle, mental blocks, even the people that are sometimes misunderstood, and there's people out there that live their life every day trying to show up for the people they love as best they can, and sometimes they still end up misunderstood, and they deserve grace, patience, and acceptance. And we all find that in ourselves when we take time to get on the bike and give ourselves that space. But when we don't have time to get on the bike, we still need to be able to find ourselves and give that grace to the people in our lives, because they show up for us just as much as we're able to show up for them. Because no matter who you are or what you do, it doesn't define who you are as a person, and that like right now we'll say, it doesn't matter who you are or matter where you came from. life is a choice of
It's a
of our
complex
decisions.
situation.
The decisions that we make every day and the people we choose to be around are so important. And,
It's an impact of who we are.
and that's why All City Grand Prix.
Actions speak louder than words. And you know what? I need everybody, whether you be a novice or an expert, to show up and register for the All City Grand Prix. And me and Cody, we will be there bright and early.
Doc's gonna be there too.
Well, we all are.
That's a fact.
Man, I'm gonna be up. You know what? I'm thinking Saturday night's gonna be a fun night, but no, we are gonna be there bright and early, 3 a.m. You said it.
Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. He's gonna got me up at 3 a.m.
420.
On 420.
420 Easter Sunday, which is wild to me. I did not know that.
That's crazy, right?
Fully
You ain't
supported
waking up.
ride.
No, you're gonna just look at your loves and be like, "Yo, I'll be back." Why you waking up at 3 in the morning? All City Grand Prix.
So make sure. Hold up, like. If I would have known it was Easter Sunday when we was playing this race, I would have been it's a requirement to rock like pastel colors. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Never too late. we
never too late.
We might have something a part of the check-in table that you have to take with you.
Thank you for coming out, guys. We are on KQBHLP in Los Angeles, California on 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA. It's me, Cody Lewis, Big Doxx, and we're out here. We're going to dap up. And then we got my guy, Alex, all the way from San Francisco, right here on the FaceTime with us. Alex, Wait. Let's get him on the camera.
Like that.
Like that.
Straight like that.
Straight like that. Hey, but guys, let's tap in another time. It was such a beautiful pleasure to have you out. I'm going to roll you out with some Burner and some OGZ, and then we are going to get into our next broadcast. Guys, I love you all. I'll see you in a couple weeks. You heard?
Thanks for having us, Andrew. Thanks for having us, KQBH family. Much love.